once told, if you love a place, it's the people who are responsible. That's exactly what I experienced during my 20-day backpack reporting in Tibet. Well, I have to say, the biggest barrier I encountered during my reporting was language. However, just because of the language barrier, I had a great deal of fun trying different means of communicating with people. Buddha, Sangye.
Buddha, Sangye.
Sangye?
Buddha, Sangye. Ay, Buddha, Sangye. Ay, Buddha, Sangye.
Surprisingly, my braces helped me a lot. Sometimes even before I try to start a conversation or walk to people, people will come to me first, pointing at my braces very curiously but extremely friendly. That's how I made a friend with a monk near where I stayed. He treated me with butter tea and candies. So we talked about my braces and the housing prices in Beijing and the temple's history, and then to the US President Barack Obama. My camera was also a great helper. Whenever I was shooting, I would be surrounded by many people, and I would always show them the footages that I just shot or the photos I just took, and they would give me a thumb up and a huge smile. And sometimes they would even request I take a photo of them. When I needed proper translation, the kind waitresses at my hotel helped me a lot, and even strangers on streets. And I remember one day I encountered a Buddhist believer during his pilgrimage. I wanted to ask him some questions, so I shouted on the streets, "Can somebody help me translate, please?" And I immediately had 2 volunteers. 那您能不能帮我问一下，就是他在朝拜的时候，他心里在想什么？
Ay, Buddha, Sangye. Ah. Konchol sorba ja pura ba. Konchol sorba ja pura set.
他在说什么？他说什么？
他说那个的时候，心里反正只有菩萨一个想法。
想着菩萨。Speaking about pilgrimage, I think that's what struck me most. Before I went to Tibet, I did a lot of research on it and thought I wouldn't be as surprised when I saw it, but that wasn't the case at all. I remember one day I randomly met 3 Buddhist believers during their pilgrimage, and they told me that they started their prayer since 4 a.m. and by the time I met them, it was already 12 noon. They didn't talk to me for long and just went on their journey. As I saw the man went away from me, repeating his rituals over and over again, slowly but firmly, I couldn't control my tears anymore. I felt my hands were so shaking that I couldn't help my camera steady anymore. At that second, I was struck by one word: faith. Well, as somebody who was brought up in a non-religious family, I've always been trying very hard to understand what faith is really about. When I was at graduate school, my professor once asked us the differences between a leap of faith and a leap of darkness. I think I probably have an incomplete answer now. For me, faith may be something you do without a purpose. You don't even hope for a result. You don't know what an obstacle is. It's your dream. It's the reason you live. It doesn't matter to you whether it will happen or not eventually, but it does matter that you stick to it. It may be somebody we love or a dream we pursue. But when we are lost, confused, or even betrayed in this complex world, it may be important that we have a little bit of faith in ourselves and in others. I think that's my 20 days in Tibet.